The homeless population is another group that may soon be able to get the COVID-19 vaccine. According to the New York State website, the health website rather, they are included in Phase 1B, and that has been very crucial locally. We've been following the situation, which is a crisis at local shelters. Kayla Green talked to that local shelter today about how they're preparing.
People living in homeless shelters could have access to vaccines as soon as this weekend, but there's a lot of logistics to figure out before then. Anna Valeria Eisman is the executive director at the Open Door Mission.
Our shelter staff have had access to the vaccine for just about the past week or so. And so we know that the health department, our health department, at least in Monroe County, has been really advocating for the populations, the people that are living in our facilities to have that same access as well.
People are eligible if they are currently living in a shelter or could encounter one. Valeria Eisman says one of the main things she's working on is how to manage the second dose plan.
They may be with us when it's time to do the first dose, but they may be hard to reach or unreachable or unaware of what they need to do for that second dose.
She says one way to manage this is to identify people who stay at the shelter often and for longer periods of time.
Especially during the winter now when it's still cold is absolutely the time to do it because we have the most people that are in our shelter that we can rely on to return to the shelter, and keeping adequate records of who has received their first dose and when they need to receive the second dose, and furthermore sharing it with other shelters.
She says for many this may be the only way to get the vaccine.
If they're not with us, they're either couch surfing and so residing with family or friends for brief periods of time, or they're in an unsheltered area outside that may not be in communication with the health department, and they wouldn't qualify under other guidelines.
She says they're still not sure if they'll be able to give the vaccines on site or if they'll have to transport people somewhere else to get it. In Rochester, Kayla Green, News 8.
All right, Kayla, thank you. Like all local shelters, the Open Door Mission has been testing daily at the shelter, and they say they have several people in isolation right now. They're also housing people in an overflow shelter at a hotel.